Hey guys, I hope y'all are good. I just want to make a short video. It's basically Christmas Day. I've just been cleaning, taking advantage of my off time from work to do some deep cleaning here. Being very intentional about my intentions for, the new year. And to me, when you clean your space, it's like decluttering your mind and, your spirit. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So, doing some deep cleaning that way. I don't know. A lot of people wait till spring. I don't think you got to wait into the new year. A lot of y'all are going to be celebrating the new year on January 1st. For me, I know that the real year would be March 21st as of, which is basically the season of Aries, which really and truly starts the new year off. But because most people don't do research, most people don't want to learn past what they're supposed to be taught in school. They don't really want to do their research. Basically, it's a separation between a lot of people. You have a lot of people living in ignorance willingly. It's a difference back in like before the internet age where access to information was limited. You only knew what your parents knew or what your grandparents knew. But now you have the ability to literally learn anything that you want to learn through your cell phone, tablet, laptop, TV, whatever, right? But a lot of people don't take advantage of technology to use it. It can be a blessing or a curse. It just depends on you. It can be a curse because where attention goes, energy flows. So if you're over here listening to a whole bunch of celebrity gossip, well, you have a low IQ because you're more worried about who a celebrity marries and what children they have and everything to do with their lives. Meanwhile, your life is in shambles. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't focus on someone else's life and my life ain't together. I have to use that energy to focus on me, myself, and I and getting myself together. That celebrity, I'm not getting paid to know their business. They're not paying my bills. They're not clothing me, putting a roof over my head, feeding me. They're not putting gas in my car. There's a lot. Matter of fact, that person doesn't even know that I damn exist, right? So why am I going to go hard in the paint for a complete stranger that does not know of my existence? And let's keep it real 100. Without these here TVs, radios, telephones, laptops, all these gadgets, will we even know who these celebrities are? I bet you we wouldn't. Because what are the odds that you will meet your favorite celebrity? You probably got to pay thousands of dollars, like, the people who paid to go see Beyonce at Coachella, and, you probably got to pay all this money. You're paying them, and for what? I mean, I can listen to Apple Music on a $10 or $11 subscription per month and get the whole album. You know what I'm saying? The whole album, is still just as great as them. And I get it, oh, well, I want to go see and this and that. Cool, that's fine. But personally, I don't put anything past any celebrity. And personally, on a spiritual level, like, I'm not interested in going to nobody's concert. Travis Scott literally had thousands of people die at his concert back in, 2022, 2021? I don't know. It was a few years ago at this point. And even though people in the crowd were yelling for him to stop the concert because people were passing out and fainting, when the whole time cameras is rolling on the concert, but while he's performing, you can see spirits or dark shadows bouncing around and moving around in the crowd and stuff. You can't convince me that those ain't demons possessing and or killing people. You know what I'm saying? So personally, I could like an artist, but am I going to attend any of their concerts? No, because I don't know what kind of rituals they got. See, most of y'all just think, oh, I'm just going to a concert. I'm going for a good time. but you're not thinking on a subliminal, deeper spiritual level of like, why? Some people have had gut feelings or certain things like, oh, I shouldn't go. And then they go and then they regret, listening to their gut instincts. We're moving into another age. Don't let nobody gaslight you. Don't let nobody try to confuse you. Don't let nobody try to change your mind. Stick to your guns. Stand 10 toes down on what your gut tells you, because your gut is trying to keep you alive. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. You know what I'm saying? Even energetically. Like, energy vampires, these people come around you trying to steal and siphon your energy because they don't have a relationship with God. And because they don't have a relationship with the creator or source, they can't get replenished when their battery goes low. They gotta get their juice off of you. When their money in their bank account get low, they want to come to you begging for money. And then don't even want to pay you back. Or, they'll ask you for money, but if you say no, because you got your own situations, own things going on, they get mad at you. That ain't no friend. That ain't no loved one. That ain't somebody that you need to worry about. Because what they getting mad for? If I ask somebody for gas money because, I was having a rough patch, either they gonna say yes or they gonna say no. If they tell me no, I would be disappointed. That's a natural human emotion. But guess what? If you've read the Bible tells you that humans will disappoint you. They will let you down. But guess who will not disappoint you? Yourself. Who's not going to let you down? Yourself. So when you depend on you to get things done, and then you go even further by putting your faith in God to know that God's going to help you get it done. God's going to see you through. You don't know the how, the when, what, where, why, but you just know it's already done. It's already good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to give y'all a quick example, right? So I had some things going on or whatever, and, so money kind of got, a little funny, and it's just like, hold on. Because for me, based on past experiences, if money get to acting funny, my car electronics get to acting funny, that means there is some devil around me and they got to go. I got to rebuke them, banish them, kick them to the curb, goodbye, because you are a blessing blocker. You were sent to me on a demonic mission to delay me, be an obstacle, stop me, and slow me down. You can't stop it. You can't stop me. And if you want to get in my way, then shoot, like a freight train, you just about to get blown through. You about to be a whole splatter in that region. You're going to be on the train and you're going to be on the tracks. Because this motherfucker moving. Ain't no slowing down. Ain't no stopping. All right? It is what it is. At least on a spiritual level, that's how it is. You can get in the way if you want to. Just understand, you're going to get, But, that's how people are. And God gives you a spirit of discernment to be able to know, And if you're not sure, all you got to do is ask. Just pray and ask. But if you're going to pray and you want the people to be revealed, you need to pray for the strength and the courage to accept what you are shown. Because some people, I'm going to give y'all an example. Y'all already know my mom's a narcissist and all that, right? So when God revealed to me that my mom is a witch, right? And this was back in like 2012, right? I didn't want to believe it. I was in denial, like, but she showed me a hex bag. Witches have hex bags. Because my question is, this is hindsight years later, but it's like, well, what the fuck was in the hex bag? You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, to deflect my attention from her having the hex bag, she basically gaslit me and was like, no, this ain't my hex bag. This your uncle's girlfriend's hex bag. I think she's a witch. Whole time my mama's the witch. She's the hex bag haver, because I never saw her throw it away. I never saw her burn it. Fire is a way to purify and get rid of things. And, so if you never burned it and you never got rid of it. And then this was another thing. At that time when she lost our house and I was staying with my uncle, he had a spare, bedroom. My mom set her bed up in there and stuff like that. My bed was disassembled in the basement or wherever the hell in storage. I don't even remember where the fuck my shit was. But when my mom was not there, I would sleep in her room or on her bed or whatever. So it wasn't, I don't know. It was like a gut feeling. Don't sleep in this room. Don't sleep in this bed. So, I followed my instincts. I slept on my uncle's couch in the living room. And during that week that I slept on my uncle's couch, my mom happened to come back into town or whatever, and she's there. And, I'm sitting here washing my hair or whatever, and here she come. Oh, I found the hex bag in my room. Did you really find a hex bag in your room? Or did you plant it in your room? Because to my recollection and knowledge, look, when I say she's crazy, she's literally crazy. She opened up a beach umbrella inside the bedroom because she felt like my uncle had cameras spying on her, trying to look at her passwords to her laptop. Funny enough, somebody stole that laptop. Now, I don't know who stole it. I don't know. Maybe there was something to my uncle's girlfriend at the time, or my uncle. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Or for all I know, maybe she just gave it away and said somebody stole it. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But I do know that she loved playing victim, because she's so paranoid. She always thinks somebody watching her. Well, you wouldn't have to be paranoid if you yourself wasn't stalking people on social media. If you wasn't trying to, be bothered by people or, bothering people. If you left people alone and went and got some business, you would not be paranoid that somebody's watching you the way you watching somebody else. Does that make sense? Treat others the way you want to be treated. If you don't want nobody having surveillance on you, why you got surveillance on them? That is witchcraft. That is a controlling behavior, a controlling spirit that is Jezebel at the end of the day. I don't care what anybody got to say. So this is why I say trust your gut. You don't got to understand why you feel the way you feel. Follow what you feel. And God's going to reveal to you, like, this is why I warned you when I gave you that gut feeling. And you're going to be like, man, I'm glad I followed my gut, because this happened, that happened. Did you hear about what happened to such and such? Did you hear about what happened at this place? Did you hear? You're going to hear a whole bunch of stuff. And you're going to be happy that you wasn't around that person, place, or thing. And just in case if you're wondering, if I were y'all, I would definitely clean my house, bless my house with, some sage or Palo Santo, say a blessing to cleanse your space, especially if you have had family members, anybody's been in and out your house and they do not live there. Clean your space. Please clean your space so that you can have spiritual peace. There was somebody who mentioned that they had a visitor, and it was on a different video, but the commenter had mentioned something about they started having nightmares after a particular person visited them. But this had been going on for months and they never really realized anything. That is an example of be careful who comes into your house and your space. It don't matter that they family. It don't matter if they're your friends, your neighbors. We don't have clear eyes to see. Like, we can't see spirits the way we see each other, right? But we can sense them. We can feel them. And, well, the eyes are the window to the soul. So if you look someone in the eye, and trust me, I've met plenty of soulless creatures. They look like me. They may bleed like I do. Put their pants on one leg at a time and go to work like me. But they not like me. Like Kendrick Lamar, they not like us. They look like us, but they not us. All skin folk ain't kin folk. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you don't know, we don't know what everybody does behind closed doors. We don't know the places that they go, the things that they do. And a lot of people can unknowingly open themselves up to possession, to like for example, a person doesn't have to smoke and drink and this and that. But guess what? If they're dreaming and then in their dream, they are having sex with said wife or husband, boyfriend or girlfriend, or a complete stranger within that dream, I just want to make you aware that you have just unknowingly made a covenant with the spirit. Because just because that looks like your husband, your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, or a total stranger that you were attracted to, does not mean, because at the end of the day, you know, those spirits, if they can't reach you in the physical, they gonna try you in the spiritual realm, your dreams. And this is how you end up opening doors and you create covenants that you were not trying to create. So avoid sex in your dreams. I don't care if you think you know that that's that person. Don't. Because at the end of the day, you're going to mess around and have sex in your dreams, create a demonic covenant, because it ain't godly. That much I do know. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, at the end of the day, when you wake up and you're feeling drained, yeah, you just got drained of your sexual energy because you was up there having sex with that spirit. And guess what? The same way that spirit allowed you to lick them up and down, whatever it is that you did to them in your dream, when you wake up in this reality, they gonna do whatever they want to do to you. They gonna mess with your finances. They gonna mess with your car, your home, your pets, your kids. They gonna create chaos. Okay? So, to that commenter on that other video that spoke about, you know, nightmares, clean your place, bless your place, and you need to break that covenant that you accidentally or unintentionally created, and don't do it no more. And I guarantee life will get real better. Because at the end of the day, when you say nightmare, nightmare is a demon. Okay? I think I told y'all that on some videos back. We going into 2025 strong arming. We ain't playing no games. When somebody come up in your face, you whop. Back up. Back up. Like, not physically doing that to people, but on a spiritual level, you are very strengthened. You wearing your armor, and you ready to get down if you got to get down. You ready to knuck and buck if necessary. Because one thing about God has warriors. And I don't know why, you know, Satan be thinking that, oh, well, I'm going to send my warrior to mess with your warrior. Come on now. Just like there's factions and ranks of angels, you know, you got the cherubim, seraphim, cherubim. I don't remember all their names, but you got all these different like levels or factions of angels, right? You think you ain't got levels and factions in Satan's army? Yeah. He has lieutenants and generals. Every level has a new devil. You on level 1 And as you level up through life and your discernment gets stronger, like anybody that tells you, like for example, narcissists love to tell their victims when the victim calls them out for cheating, lying, or whatever it is. They love to tell them, oh, you sensitive. You right. Empathic people, God's people, are sensitive. Sensitive to bullshit. Sensitive to know that you lying. Sensitive enough to know that it don't matter what come out your mouth. It don't trump my gut feeling. If my gut tells me you lying, you lying. I ain't lying. Habitual and pathological liars, they lie for no reason. They'll tell you that they just pooped today and they didn't poop at all. Like they lie about things that don't make sense to lie about. And people who, like the truth, a pathological and a habitual liar will never be truthful about anything. They will lie about things that don't make no sense to lie about. That's why, like, if somebody lying to me and my gut is like they lying, I just let them run their mouth. Because at the end of the day, all of what you're saying, it don't affect my sleep. It don't affect when I eat. It don't affect me in no way, fashion, shape, or form. Now, if you can lie to me, you can lie on me. And at the end of the day, your character outshines and outweighs the slander, the smear campaigns, all of that. So let me tell y'all, clean y'all house, clean your space, cleanse yourself spiritually. You can do this in multiple ways. You can do it by taking a shower. Like however long you're in the shower, just imagine all that water, running down and wiping away all negative thoughts, all negative emotions, any spiritual attachments. Pray and ask God to untach it, detach it, loose it, release it, whichever synonyms you want to use, you know what I'm saying? And get that off of you. Because just as our physical bodies get dirty, our spiritual bodies can get dirty, because spiritual hygiene requires you not to let everybody in your space, let everybody in your business, let everybody into your home, you know what I'm saying? You have to have boundaries. You just do, for me, my personal experience, I've had Christians tell me, oh, you shouldn't burn sage, and this and this and that. I haven't had any issues with it. The only things that I can say is, once I have blessed my space with it, if someone comes to visit, they will not walk past that threshold. They'll be standing outside. They'll be like, yeah, like they don't want to come in. Or if they do come in, they can't stay in my space for longer than 5 minutes. That goes for my car, because I'll sage and bless the inside of my car. Why? Because that's an extension of me and my space. It's in my name. It's attached to me physically, right? So why would it not also be my spiritual space as well? So, you can do this with a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, spirit's like the body hop. And just so you know, FYI, some of y'all that got pets, sometimes they're using that pet to spy on you. A monitoring spirit, if you will. So sage will get rid of that. You know what I'm saying? Monitoring spirits are always monitoring God's people, because they can't read our mind. They don't know our hearts. And that is great knowledge to know, because that means move in silence. Don't tell nobody what you can, but you better make sure you trust them. Because if I'm going to give y'all an example. So when I was in college, my mom would always ask me, so what's your plans? So what's your plans? So what's your plans? Every time I planned on getting a job to pay for this or to do this, like let's say You know, it's like my junior, senior year of high school. I want to get like a part-time job, working holidays and during the summer, and then use that money to save up to like buy me a car or try to get me an apartment or whatever it was that I wanted to do. Every time she asked me, what's your plans? And I told her, she would always sabotage me. Purposely sabotage me. And it made me get to this space where I was just like, my plans never work out. Nothing ever works out for me, you know, and I just lost confidence. And you know what I'm saying? But see, that's gaslighting. That's mental games, because she knew that my plans made sense. But see, Jezebel don't want you to be independent. Jezebel wants you to be codependent. Jezebel wants you to depend on her. Jezebel don't want you out there, because at the end of the day, they lose control. You know, she can't tell me, you know, oh, I can't this and I can't that. If I live in my own place and pay my own bills, she ain't got no, you know, place to tell me. She can't tell me what to do, where to go, when to come, when to go. Ain't nothing to be said, because I got my own place and my own space. Nothing for you to say. You don't pay no bills here. You don't sleep here. You don't buy no food here. So what is there for you to be talking about or for you to say? So, oh, that's what it was too. There was another commenter on another video that spoke about being in the process of leaving their parents' house. I don't know. I forgot the person's username, but I'm just touching on some of the comments that popped up on older videos. And yes, I encourage you to move out of your parents' house or whoever you're staying with, you know. Always be independent. You should 100% lean on God, okay? And let me tell you, when you lean on God, God got you, okay? You know, there's been a time where I had no money in the bank, drained my savings, you know, because things just kept happening. Things kept coming up. And it's all as a result of the people around me, or that I had around me, you know, whether that's the reason why. Don't just cleanse your home or cleanse the space of like your car. Also, cleanse your email list. Cleanse your phone contacts. If you ain't talked to somebody in 15 years, it don't really matter. You know, get these people's numbers out your phone, because energy is held at all. When you understand energy, you will understand how precious, how divine, how, you know, very important your essence is. And when you get to that point of knowing your worth, that everybody don't deserve to be in your presence, you gonna be going through there and you gonna delete over 100 numbers out your phone, and you ain't gonna look back at none of them, because it's already been a decade. COVID didn't happen. You could have been, you know, out of here. You know what I'm saying? How would they know? Y'all ain't talked in a decade, 5 years, 4 years. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I say that because I know for me to be 33, I'm blessed to be here. I had discovered a couple months back, I think it was this past summer, that somebody I went to college with, they died last year. This whole time I thought they were still alive, and it wasn't until like somehow somebody put a post up about RIP whatever, and it popped up on my timeline. I was like, RIP? What? And I went to their page. I'm like, dang, they out of here. Gone. So many, over half of my high school class gone. Some of them didn't even make it to high school. And then another half wiped out from college. Majority of them, car accidents. Majority of them, I bet you it was a DUI, DWI, alcohol related, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that, you know, an accident is an accident, ain't no telling. If it wasn't alcohol related, road rage, speeding, a lot of things, So I'm blessed to be here because a lot of them didn't make it. So, a lot of them, they had children, left their children motherless, fatherless, you know what I'm saying? Messed up. So just know that it's a blessing to be here. You know what I'm saying? Even though you go through your trials and life be tough and this and that and the third, be happy, because you could be on the other side, and who's to say that they don't have unfinished business here? Who's to say that they're not a disembodied, angry ghost spirit because they decided to stick around here instead of just moving on up to the east side, trying to get a piece of the pie. All right. Oh man, I don't know why amen came to my mind, but for real though. So I don't celebrate Christmas. But to those of you that do, Merry Christmas. I don't care what anybody says. It's heathen, it's paganistic. As pretty as Christmas trees are, I don't participate in that. Haven't participated since I was a kid. But if y'all like to do it, do y'all. But understand, you a fake ass Christian. Yeah, you a fake ass Christian. Because don't sit there and say you go to church every Sunday and you read your Bible, but you want to try to justify, well, it's for the kids and well this. And no. Why don't you well this and well that? Take it to God and tell God. Because other than that, I ain't hearing it. Like, I'm just not. And at the end of the day, just like these Christians be trying to hold everybody else accountable and they be trying to be judgmental. Well, when someone's judgmental of them and holds them accountable and calls them out on hypocrisy, oh my God. Well, you're really not a Christian. You're just religious. Because you're not standing 10 toes down on what you claim to believe. So, and again, it's also understandable because a lot of so-called Christians and religious people, they got spirits in them, narcissistic or narcissists, a lot of them are wolf in sheep's clothing and they hide in the church. They're communal narcissists or holy narcissists. They like to be the pastors, like TD Cakes. I call him Cakes because he's getting them butt cheeks clapped by Diddy. All right. That's why he lost his congregation and he had all these things going on. And I don't really know what's the up-to-date news on him, but he never sat right in my soul. He just never did. Joel Osteen, he another false prophet. I was working a Joel Osteen event down in New Orleans back in college. So I got to be up and close to see him and his wife, at the arena down there in New Orleans when they came down. But when I was working there, I was outside as like security or whatever. And there were protesters outside chanting, wanting his downfall and this and that. Like, I ain't wishing on a man's downfall, but shoot, when he took the Bible and ripped it in front of everybody and stomped on it, that's just as bad and just as blasphemous as Beyonce saying in her music. I don't know what the name of the song is, but I remember seeing the video to it where she was like, she takes the Bible and uses the pages as tampons. Girl, you doing too much. But yet people who absolutely love her, oh, Beyonce. Yeah, devil. Okay. I was listening to a video earlier while I was cleaning where this lady was talking about how God told her to warn God's flock, don't go to that Coachella event with Beyonce. There was a lady who left a long comment, but I read the whole thing, and she went and she regretted going because her friend passed out twice and had to get EMS'd out of the event. And as a result of that, she was like, yeah, Beyonce was due to come on stage in 5 minutes or whatever. They were right there front, like right there at the stage, front and center. But as a result of her friend passing out, she went to go through the crowd to try to find her friend. And as a result, some other friends she ran into, and she was like, that was just God, getting me up out of there. That was basically what she was getting at with her story. So at the end of the day, like, especially right now in the age of Aquarius, where everything is being exposed, man, I don't put nothing past any celebrity. I don't care how much I like their music, their movies, their entertainment, whatever. Hollywood is falling at a fast rate. Do not be worshiping and putting these people on pedestals and, stuff like that. All right? Because right now, 2025 is about to be a whole new year. And that's going to be the year for God's people. The tail will become the head, and the head become the tail. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So if you was last, you about to be first. If you was first, move on to the back of the line. Because that's where you're going, right where God told you you're going to go, because you wanted to be lukewarm. You wanted to be on the fence. You did not pick a side. So God pushed you on back. But y'all be easy. I hope y'all had a great, day today or whatever, whether you celebrated with friends, family, or you was by yourself. For me, I was relaxing, doing me some cleaning, setting intentions for the upcoming year. I am ready and prepared to grab my blessings. I hope y'all ready to grab y'all's too. All right. Peace, positive energy always creates elevation. Bye, y'all.